people do not. So in a nutshell, can you go ahead and give us a summary of what they're supposed to do? Okay. Great question.
Yeah, and so what they're supposed to do is make sure that there are critical services across the county. They're the safety net, right? And they have a range of departments, so it's a pretty diverse set of responsibilities they have. I was talking to a congressman recently, and he said, you know, a lot of folks feel like if they ran a city council, that they are ready to come to the county and sit at the dais of the county and run the county. Not necessarily. The county is very diverse in terms of the departments that the supervisors oversee. So they oversee health, which is the biggest department, but they also oversee the sheriff's department, probation, public works, many departments that impact people's lives. They also are responsible for making sure that they have a balanced budget, but that budget, as I said before, needs to be values-based, right? It needs to make sure that it's actually meeting the needs of the community. And they also, I think, are responsible for looking at how money comes down from the state, right? A lot of the county departments will say most of our money is mandated by the federal government or the state government. But I think they also have the purview to look at that mandated money and make sure that our departments are using it in the correct way.
Thank you so much, Roxanne. We're coming also 5 minutes to the end, and what can you tell the audience why you are the choice to be the next district supervisor for?
Thank you. Yeah, so the reason I'm the choice is because, as I said before, I've been doing this work for a very long time. I've been not only the 22 years in Contra Costa, but I would say my entire career has been focused on making sure that the community needs are met. Whether it was the days that I worked for philanthropy or the days that I worked in the nonprofit sector, the many years I worked for the department. And so I feel like I am the right choice because I've worked both within county government and outside of it, and I can navigate those tough decisions and those tough discussions that Mary was talking about earlier. I also feel like we need a supervisor who's going to lead us into the future. We do not need any more discussions at the board that's status quo. I'm going to be a supervisor who's going to change the discussions. Instead of bringing up my policy advocacy discussions in 2-minute public comment, I'm actually going to be leading those policy discussions with my colleagues. So, I hope that you join our movement. We are coming into how many days, Melanie, do we have until the June 7th primary? I hope that you go to roxannegaja.org. We need as many of you to join our movement as possible because we need to canvass in our neighborhoods. We need to interact with the businesses that care about a supervisor who's going to make changes, and we need to get people out to vote, right? There's people counting on the fact that BIPOC residents are not going to come out to vote, right? Some people have even said, don't run on the fact that you're Latina, right? That's not going to matter in this election. It's never mattered in District 4. And so we are building a coalition to change that perspective and to change how people think about this election. So join our movement.